Hey everyone. In Valmiki Ramayana, Sugriv orders Vanara leader Vinata to go towards east direction and search for Sita. Vinata is allowed to take 100,000 Vanaras with him in this search operation. The reference point for direction specified by Sugriva is not Kishkinda but center of Vindhya mountains, which is near Nagpur today. Today, let's know the journey towards Japan during the search of Sita in Ramayana. Let's start the video, but before that, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like this video. Sugriva asks Vinata to first search towards northeast, where rivers like Ganga, Yamuna, Sarayu, Kaushiki, Shona, Mahi, Kalamahi, Sindhu, and Saraswati begin their journey. He also asks him to search in kingdoms of Brahmamala, Videha, Malva, Kashi, Kosala, Magadha, Pundra, and Anga. These kingdoms are from present Himalayas till northeast where Brahmaputra river flows. River Shona is present-day Shon and Kaushiki is Koshi, and she is a sister of Vishwamitra. That sage explains about the emergence of this river in Balakanda. He did not even want to spare Sita's birthplace Mithila, that is Videha today, and expected Ravana might have hidden her somewhere other than Lanka. Sugriv also describes about half-man, half-tiger-like man-eating tribals, those who wear tiger masks and hunt humans. Few with iron faces and rapid movement on single foot, hopping on long sticks. He also talks about islanders who eat raw fish, and to reach there, Vanaras will need boats. These must be deltas in Brahmaputra river. He talks about golden complexion tribe who wear long hats or towering wisps, which is close by to Myanmar, Laos, Cambodia, and Vietnam today. Here, people with towering wisps wearing golden crowns or complexion and pleasant faces is clearly mentioned in the epic saga. They are Khmer people in East Asia. From Magadha through Pundra and Anga enter the land of Koshakara, which is literally a silkworm or one who makes scabbards or a lexicographer. Sugriva describes a land where silk is worn and silver is mined. This is present-day Myanmar, which is Burma, where Myanmar silk is real handmade, and even in neighboring countries like Thailand, silk is worn. Fake history was created that silk originated in China during 4th millennium BCE and did not travel outside until Silk Road opened in 1st millennium BCE. Lotus silk is a variety which does not involve silkworm and is called a non-violent silk. This originated in Burma, which is Myanmar. Later, he describes 7 kingdoms which have gold and silver mines like Java, which is Java, Sumatra, Bali, Indonesia, etc. Java became Java and Simhapuri, that is Lion City, became the present-day Singapore. He called the land between Myanmar, that is Burma, till Malaysia as Suvarnarupyakan Dweepam. Even today, countries between Myanmar and Malaysia are called Suvarnabhumi. Bangkok Airport is named as Suvarnabhumi International Airport. Here, the mountains described are in Thailand. After searching in Plaksha and Ikshu Islands, which are Indonesia and Malaysia, Sugriv asks them to go towards an island where sea waves dash the shores violently. Here, Anila Uddhitam or Anilodhita is description of present-day Japan, where Anil means wind and Uddhita means impudent. The island where wind is always impudent and strong waves hit the coasts is Japan. Even today, Japan faces fierce storms from all sides. Sugriv then orders them to down towards Australia and then to New Zealand and thereafter towards South America. On the way towards Australia and New Zealand, the Ring of Fire, that is demon Hayagriva, was described, which had a map in the shape of horse face. In ancient Japan, India was called as Tenjiku, which means center of heaven. Through Chinese, the Japanese got to know of the Western paradise from which the Buddha emerged. Tianzu, which is a Chinese name of Tenjiku. Well, that's it for today. I hope you're liking Nerdy's discoveries. Can't wait for the next video to learn more and be fascinated about. See you on the next. Bye.